women. Women want men who know their territory and not men who fall in love emotionally. Now, every man has a specific territory in a woman's life. Like, either I'm dating you as the only guy, or I'm dating 4 men, or I'm dating 2 men, or I'm dating 5 men. Every other guy has a territory in my life. And the only way for you, Isaac, to exist in my life, for me to also see your value, is to know your territory, know your zone, know how I have framed you, perceived you, and stay loyal to that territory and not to me. Hannah will be dating 5 men: Isaac, Johnny, Solomon, you, and then there is the other guy that we don't know of. Isaac, his work is when I want to go to my town, my village, he always has to show up and be there for me. So his work is to consistently show up, because I do not want to be alone and I don't want a boring weekend, and I want someone who can keep me company. Remember, with Isaac, I will still end up sleeping with him. She is the only one who knows that this is your territory. Johnny is the guy who will always introduce me to his friends. Maybe Johnny is successful somehow and he is connected to successful people. And the only way for me to get that connection is through Johnny. His territory is to connect me to those friends. And he needs to stay loyal to that territory. So he has to act as if we are dating, yes, but it's not that serious. We might end up even sleeping together, but sometimes we do not communicate, and sometimes we don't call each other because we are busy. It's like there is a relationship, but there is no relationship, because she knows you know your territory. So in return, I'm giving you what? The cookie, the ass, for you to connect me to your friends who are successful. So you know your territory, and you should never expect a committed relationship from me. Let's talk about Solomon. Solomon is the guy who can fuck so well, who can give me the stroke so well. When I'm boring where I stay, I can call who? Solomon. Sleep with him again and again and again and again and again, until Solomon will think that we have a serious committed relationship. But he knows his territory. To show up and not to care. To smash me and not to try to treat me like a princess, like a queen. That is your territory. And then there is you. You are the guy. She thinks you are the guy who is in a relationship with her for a certain period of time. Like, I just need to be in a relationship with you for maybe the next 2 years, 4 years, 6 months, 4 months, 5 years. And I am not going to be married or commit to you. So your territory is, you are the guy who is in a relationship with me for a certain period of time. When I move to a different stage, you are just a stepping stone, and we were never really in a serious committed relationship. But at this very moment when we are dating, it is a serious committed relationship. So that is the territory. When I walk away from you after 4 years or 5 years of dating, you do not come back for me. Rather, you just accept that that was your territory and it was never meant to last. And you have to walk away and forget about me. And then there is the other guy. A guy, we can just be friends and he can show up when I want him to show up. Sometimes I might take him anywhere with me. The work of this other guy is just the exchange of energy that allows me again not to feel bored, but at least I can get some energy from him. Now, this type of a guy, most of the time, he is lively, okay? He is friendly, he is nice, he is disciplined. What I am sucking and receiving from him, it is the energy, and that is your territory. And I will tell you, we are friends. If we were not friends, we could have dated. But because we are friends, I know you, you know me. I don't want to break the boundary, but that allows you to know your territory. Now, with all these men, she will end up either falling in love with one of them, or she will just dump all of these women, or she will just dump all of these men and walk away. Now, you will never know which category or which territory you belong. And again, you will never know how many men she's dating, but you will only know maybe she is a friend to a certain guy. And maybe that is one of the male friends that she has allowed you to know of. Once you change and you try to stretch your hand so that you can at least have a committed, serious relationship, and you move away from that specific territory, she's going to exit and she's going to dump you. Maybe you haven't been caring for this lady but just smashing her. That is your territory. Maybe you are an F-boy. That is your territory. Do you know that to women, sex is meaningless? It's not important to her. That is why she is using sex to leverage these men so that every man can play his role. Every man has a role in her life, and she wants you to be loyal to your territory, not to her feelings. Even when she develops feelings for you, you just be loyal to your territory. Sex is meaningless since she is using it to select men, pre-select men, and leveraging men so that men can serve her indirectly or directly. And the only way she can move to a next stage is through you men. The only way she can see value in you is when she selects you for a specific territory. You turn down the deal. But if you want to have fun with her, who am I to convince you not to have fun with that lady? Because that is what you will do. Now, I know your one question will be, why am I telling men this? I have had friends who will complain and say that I was in a relationship with this lady, but she never really had genuine feelings for me. No. You are playing your territory in the right way. The moment you try to push so that it can be a serious relationship, that is when she felt like she needs to walk away from you. She needs to end that relationship because you tried to stretch and move out of your territory so that maybe you can help her in a certain way. What she thinks is she's just having friends that she can potentially sleep with, but these friends are adding value in her life. That is what makes sense in reality and in her sense. But a subconscious mind is selecting you guys specifically for that work so that you can be loyal to that selection that she had selected you in a subconscious form. Now, most of these women, I know you will say, so do you mean that women don't want to get married? Women can easily sleep around with a very attractive guy because she has a fantasy. She is converting her imagination into a reality. So she needs to sleep with who? Isaac. I'm telling you this. Sex to women, it's meaningless. I can sleep with you today, Isaac. When you do not stay loyal to your territory that I want you to be, tomorrow I will wake up in the morning, then I will tell myself, I just feel like getting rid of Isaac. Should I block? Let me block him. That is just how I feel. It just can't work. That is just how I feel. And now you slowly try to understand why it can't just work. Only to realize that you started caring, reciprocating, showing love. And now she thinks you are attached. So you are not delivering what she expects you to deliver, which is not to care. And that now threatens her because the only way she can be anxious, she can be comfortable, is when you pull away. Now she feels at peace. But the moment you start to slowly caring and you show love, you show care, she's not settled. It's not because of the love, but because of the territory that she had perceived you in the front end game. The reason why I am hiding, the reason why I am hiding is because there is a factory in my neighborhood, and every time they're doing, I think, production, there is always a louder voice that affects my work. So yeah, here I am. I do not know if it is the noise of the generator, the machines, the extruders. Do you think that you can remain in your territory? Or you believe you have a serious relationship with that lady? See you next time.